there's so many different ways to express yourself, and I don't necessarily kind of limit myself to just digital or just traditional. I like to blend, I like to go back and forth, and there's really never any stopping point to art. You can always improve it, you can always add and subtract. So I just find creative ways to go about it. I kind of use the engineering aspect to get more detailed with my creative process. When you do engineering, it's all about kind of like learning systems. So I kind of take that process of breaking things down into multiple steps and having a very detailed approach to my artwork. So for example, like some of the stuff that's like hanging up behind us is a lot of like concept work. So my process goes from coming up with an idea and then taking that idea and start to doing roughs of it, but I'm really thinking about what is the function, what is the purpose of what it is that I'm drawing. And so there's also a lot of writing that goes along behind that. You know, sometimes I don't just sit down and start drawing, sometimes I'm actually doing like a lot of writing, like I want this to look like this because of this reason, so it can function this way, and this is how it works into the world. So it is a lot of kind of like that critical thought from engineering coming into the artwork. I got the idea for Ignition by actually combining that engineering with the art, because when I was going through engineering school, I was thinking about how can I kind of blend my experience going through engineering and what I'm learning and what I would like to learn with my passion for drawing. And I also kind of felt a little bit of a gap missing in the education where I didn't feel as if I could be as hands-on and involved as I wanted to be. So kind of bringing the story Ignition to life was me kind of wondering and pondering, how can I explore the realm of engineering a little bit more personally and also a little bit more in depth. So I started working with this concept of Ignition is about these mechanics. There's all different kinds of mechanics. You can be an auto mechanic, which that's kind of, where the term mechanic comes from typically. But in my story, you can be a mechanic of anything. So whether it's a mechanic of like sound, and you're creating the engineering for different audio devices or pianos or whatever the case may be. And what is it like to kind of build something and know something from scratch, the tools that you use and what it is that you create and express and bring out to life. So yeah, I started to bring all these things together, and it got me really excited to keep on working on the stories and characters to make this happen. So Ignition is about this kid named Elijah. He is a rebellious kid that's just looking for a little bit of excitement and adventure in his boring town. And one day, as he is sitting in his classroom, a jet boarder passes by the window and drops off a flyer for an upcoming competition. And so he thinks, wow, this is a great opportunity for me to have a little bit of excitement and adventure and this and that in his life. So it's about him creating his own jet board and entering the competition. And there's a lot that's going to go along with that, but that's the gist of it. So I'm creating an entire world for this story, and so in doing so, I do want to incorporate the music side of things. I feel like audio really can help drive a story forward. So I've played and practiced the piano for a long time, and I always found joy in creating my own pieces. I really do enjoy the process of just sitting down at my piano, just noodling around, creating new tunes and melodies. This is a webcomic, so I don't want to say it's a step up from a comic, but there's more interactivity that you can bring in doing a webcomic. So part of that is doing the coding so people can actually click through the story and interact with just the dialogue and what's going on a little bit. And then the music comes in as well to create like this fuller experience. I wanted to be free and available, so that's why I chose the webcomic platform, because it allows anyone with a cellular device or a computer to be able to log on and access it. So be free to read. And I want people to take away being engaged with society and, more importantly, being engaged with technology. I felt like there was always a disconnect from using things, but not necessarily understanding where they came from. So I kind of want to, as an engineer, peel back those layers and allow people to explore that, add an entry level, and just kind of give them introduced to it. Because I feel like stories are a great way for people to get excited about something and learn about something without feeling too overwhelmed. And it gives someone a narrative to go through the process of learning.